During COVID times, I stayed in a Holiday Inn in Norfolk, Virginia, near Virginia Beach. And so this video, I'll be giving a tour of the facilities as well as the room tour, which has 2 queen-size beds. Because I actually had issues with my first room, I actually got switched to a king-size bedroom that was actually handicap accessible. So I'll be doing another video on that if you guys are interested. As with all modern hotels these days, you get a key card to access your room. And per safety regulations, there is the emergency evacuation plan printed on the back of every door. When you first walk in, it's the bathroom, and then there's this storage closet, and then the room itself with the sleeping area and desk and TV. The storage closet contains an ironing board, an iron, and a few clothes hangers. And walking into the bathroom, you see there are 4 sets of towels and towelettes, and then there's one for the shower mat. Overall bathroom aesthetic is pretty light and has a nice wide mirror, some pretty modern looking lights. Overall, it's pretty nice for, I guess, a Holiday Inn. Though looking at the included toiletries, I was actually a little bit disappointed with the amounts. They're all very small sizes, and I had specifically stated that there would be 3 people staying here, so the fact that they only provided basically enough for 1 person is a little bit disappointing. And they actually included 2 shampoos of different kinds for some reason without a conditioner, so I actually ended up going to the front desk to ask for more, and specifically to ask for a conditioner. Cleanliness wise, it's okay. I mean, it's definitely an older hotel, and you can tell with some of the stains that's there, as well as the conditions of the floors. Though the main thing I care about is definitely the tub, because they didn't do a good job cleaning regularly if there's mold or mildew buildup or leftover hair from the previous occupant. But from my quick glance, and I did come very late at night, so I was very tired, but from my quick glance, it did seem that the tub was in good shape. I didn't see any drainage issues. So bathroom condition is okay on the old side and lacking in toiletries. Moving on to the sleeping area, so you can see there are 2 queen-size beds nicely spaced out. Here's a full-length mirror and another trash can. Looking at one of the beds, because my roommate has already slept on the other one, so this one I noticed there's a small stain on the bed sheets. Not a huge deal. I did check the sheets and covers as well as the mattress to make sure there's no signs of bed bugs or other things. You do get 4 pillows per bed. Overall, the room is relatively dark because there's no main ceiling light, so it's lit up by each of these small individual lights, including the nightstand lights, which are controlled by the switch here on the back. You do get the standard room telephone that you can use to call the main front desk or other rooms if you know their number. And there is this alarm clock, which is either not working or isn't plugged in. I was just too tired to try to figure that out, and I wasn't planning on using it anyways. Nothing in the drawer of the nightstand. I know previously American hotels would have Bibles in them. I guess it has since been removed. The other bed's basically the same, so moving towards the AC unit here, you can see that it's individually controlled per room, and it's a little bit loud. If you've been hearing that low rumbling noise in the background, that's what it is. But it's working well, so I'm happy for that. My particular room is on the 2nd floor, so you can actually overlook the main lobby here, which is kind of a downside for me because the lobby is always lit, and so you will always be having light coming in from there, and plus it could be pretty loud if there are constantly people coming in during the night. But apologize for the mess, but you do get 2 chairs and a small little table. Moving on to the centerpiece, tucked away here is a few plastic cups as well as an ice bucket. And up here at the top, tucked away behind the TV, is some tea and a Keurig machine with a few pods. These are complimentary, free of charge. And then here's the TV. It does have a few basic channels. Below that is the microwave. It's a pretty small one, pretty low powered. The other slide-out drawers are if you wanted to unload your clothing or other articles. I personally just like to keep everything in either my suitcase or backpack. To the far left is the mini fridge, and this was the reason why I switched to a different room, was because this one wasn't working and I wanted to make sure that my leftovers would be available for me for breakfast the next morning. So I told them that, and that's how I was switched to the king size handicap room, which was the only one available at the time. So that's a quick tour of the room with 2 queen beds, but then moving on to the other amenities that this Holiday Inn offers. One change for COVID is now they're not doing hospitality cleaning unless you specifically request it, and pretty much there's no real room service anymore. You just have to go to the front desk to get anything that you need. There is Wi-Fi and in a very small exercise room on the first floor that you can use. They also have a pretty pricey restaurant that you can go to if you wanted just to eat meals inside the hotel. They have a bar area as well. I guess for like business purposes or gatherings, they do have conference rooms and smaller meeting rooms, as well as a big banquet room that you can reserve. Or there's also this mezzanine area on the 3rd floor leading from the main lobby. That's pretty nice that you can overlook the high ceiling lobby area. Or overlooking the outdoor pool, which unfortunately I wasn't able to access during my time there. It wasn't open. Though it seems pretty sizable. It has shallow ends in the 2-3 feet range, and then I think the deepest is probably like 5 feet. But my overall impressions after staying here during COVID, and I had previously stayed at this very same hotel before, I would say that the experience has definitely been a downgrade, with appliances not working, very scarce on the toiletries provided, in spite of the much higher rates now. Staff friendliness, hospitality has also been kind of poor. I'll talk about it a little bit more in my other video when I switch into that king size room because the refrigerator wasn't working in this room. So check out that video if you guys are interested what the king sized room with handicap accessible features is like at this Holiday Inn.